Forget the traditional fashion show. Celine has just transformed Paris into a global stage for the peak of the Hallyu wave. A comeback that's more than just a show. On the evening of July 6, the global fashion world turned its eyes to Paris, where Celine made a long-awaited return to the runway after nearly 2.5 years. This wasn't just the unveiling of the Spring 2026 collection, it marked a symbolic moment, the official debut of new creative director Michael Ryder, who succeeded Hedi Slimane. But perhaps even more buzzworthy was the bold move Celine made by placing three of South Korea's biggest stars at the heart of their comeback, BTS, Suzy, and Park Bo-gum. Back in 2022, Celine stirred the fashion world by inviting Lisa, BLACKPINK, and Park Bo-gum to Paris. This year, though Lisa was absent due to her solo concert tour, the appearance of the remaining two, and the addition of Suzy, was more than enough to turn heads. Clearly, Celine is not just launching a new collection, they're launching a new era. BTS, from dreamy idol to sophisticated leading man. If there was one person who completely stole the spotlight in Paris, it was Kim Tae-hoon. Gone was the playful, whimsical idol persona. In its place stood a man of 30, exuding quiet strength and mature elegance. His hair, trimmed and parted naturally, framed a sculpted face with piercing eyes and flawless skin. A gentle smile paired with a calm demeanor gave him a magnetic, almost cinematic, presence. V's outfit was a study in contrast and harmony, a short, ash gray jacket embroidered with red bohemian-style patterns across the shoulders, paired with a deep V-neck top that subtly revealed his collarbones and layered necklaces. The look was completed with loose-fit gray trousers, classic, understated, yet impactful. This was not the V fans remembered from K-pop stages. This was an evolved version, refined, intentional, and storytelling through style. Suzy, the new global ambassador, channels Parisian chic. Suzy's first appearance at a Celine fashion show wasn't just a debut, it was a statement. As the brand's newest global ambassador, she embodied the elegance of Paris while maintaining the signature purity that made her Korea's nation's first love. With sleek, long black hair parted gently and a minimal, dewy makeup look, Suzy's visual presence was both serene and striking. Celine dressed her in a black mini dress paired with a tailored blazer, a timeless silhouette highlighted by gold buttons and boxy pockets that gave it a modern yet vintage flair. She finished the ensemble with tall black leather boots and a matching Celine Trio bag. Suzy didn't just wear the look, she inhabited it. She redefined the image of an Asian modern woman, gentle yet commanding, simple yet powerful. Park Bo-gum, a soft rebrand and a cinematic moment. While V and Suzy leaned into classic sophistication, Park Bo-gum brought something refreshingly different to the table. This time, he swapped his usual sleek hairstyles for soft, wavy curls that framed his face, giving off a gentle, romantic vibe that still retained masculinity. His outfit was also a notable shift, no more leather biker-inspired looks. Instead, he chose a vintage-style checkered oversized blazer paired with relaxed fit jeans, a smart casual combination that felt approachable yet stylish. But the true viral moment came not from his outfit, but from a fleeting, magical scene. As Bo-gum entered the venue, he looked up and locked eyes with V, who was smiling at him from a high window. Bo-gum beamed back and captured the moment on his phone. It was spontaneous, sincere, and cinematic, instantly setting social media on fire with fan theories, memes, and admiration. In that one moment, fashion dissolved into something else, a feeling, a story, a connection. Celine's quiet power move, the Hallyu strategy. Inviting Korean superstars to a Paris runway might seem like a PR stunt. But it's more than that, it's a strategic realignment of Celine's brand image under its new creative direction. According to Yumi Nakagawa, a cultural fashion analyst at the Tokyo Institute of Culture, Hallyu is no longer just pop culture, it's a global aesthetic and economic force. When V, Suzy, or Park Bo-gum enter a show, they don't just bring beauty. They bring an entire cultural ecosystem the world is hungry for. With tens of millions of views and engagements across platforms within hours, Celine doesn't need a financial report to know this was a massive win. When runways tell stories and fashion becomes emotion. What Celine achieved here isn't simply putting on a fashion show. They've handed the narrative to the East, not as subordinates, but as co-authors. Whether it was the poetic interaction between V and Bogum, or Suzy gliding through Paris like a modern Audrey Hepburn, Celine redefined the role of fashion in the digital age. The runway is no longer just about showcasing garments. It's a medium for storytelling, a space where culture, emotion, and identity converge. And this season, Celine allowed Korean stars to lead that narrative with unmatched grace and charisma. By doing so, they opened a new chapter, one where high fashion is not only about design but about resonance, about making people feel something. And in that sense, Celine just delivered one of its most powerful collections yet, without needing to say a single word. While BLACKPINK was dominating Seoul with her deadline concert, Paris had its own equally viral Hallyu moment, thanks to V, Suzy, and Park Bo-gum's explosive appearance at Celine Spring 2026 runway show. In what can only be described as a seismic cultural moment, Celine's long-awaited return to the Paris runway after nearly 2.5 years was instantly overshadowed, not by the collection itself, but by the presence of 3 Korean superstars who brought the K-pop world to the French capital. Global icons V, BTS, Suzy, and Park Bo-gum didn't just attend, they owned the show. 3 faces, 1 statement, Hallyu is owed. Celine's decision to place these 3 A-listers front and center wasn't just a nod to star power. It was a bold, calculated strategy to assert that the Hallyu wave isn't a passing trend, it's the future of fashion influence. While Lisa, BLACKPINK, part of the iconic 2022 Celine trio, was lighting up Seoul with her deadline concert, her former runway companions V and Park Bo-gum returned to Paris. This time joined by Suzy in her stunning fashion show debut as Celine's global ambassador. Together, they created a perfect storm, K-drama charm, K-pop allure, and cinematic visuals wrapped in French couture. V and Park Bo-gum, the bromance heard around the world. The fashion was exquisite. The visuals, flawless. But what truly broke the internet was the sweet, unscripted chemistry between V and Park Bo-gum. Longtime friends, the two didn't shy away from showing their bond, from walking hand in hand at pre-show events to sharing stolen glances and genuine smiles. One particular moment, now immortalized on fan pages and major media outlets, saw Park Bo-gum wandering among the crowd, only to look up and catch V smiling down at him from a high window. Bo-gum beamed back and quickly pulled out his phone to snap the moment. It felt cinematic, almost scripted, but it wasn't. It was real. And it sent fans into emotional overdrive. This wasn't just 2 stars at a fashion show. It was a friendship, played out in real time, surrounded by the high glam of Paris and the low-key intimacy of 2 friends navigating fame together. Suzy, Korea's first love, becomes Parisian royalty. While the boys had their viral moment, Suzy's solo debut at a Celine show was equally mesmerizing. Clad in a sleek black mini dress paired with a structured blazer and knee-high leather boots, she struck the perfect balance between Korean elegance and Parisian chic. With her minimal makeup, long flowing hair, and signature Kamura, Suzy radiated a kind of timeless beauty that felt both high fashion and emotionally resonant. In a sea of noise and flash, she was calm, but impossible to ignore. Celine clearly understood her star power. By dressing her in one of the show's standout looks, they sent a clear message: Suzy isn't just a Korean darling, she's a global muse.